Hello guys, welcome back to another new lecture. In this lecture I will explain the how we'll develop a calendar in the C programming, and that will be just the designing part, and actually color, and left right button and arrow button. Then you can just change it easily. So this lecture will be just extremely basic to advanced level, and you can just develop this. I'll save it in the C programming and develop dot calendar, just calendar.c. So at first I'll just explain this as well as header file. The previous lecture already I described this. Describe this like that, different type of header file, and you can just using this conio.h, and after that you can define this include windows.h, windows.h. After that, here actually will define this. Here it is the variable like that, integer, and get key. After that, here you can just define this void display, and using this parameter integer, and integer using this parameter of integer, using this parameter of empty, make sure that it's semicolon. So after that, here you can just define this void calendar, in the here just passing this parameter. So make sure that with semicolon, and you can just call this argument. Okay guys, now here go to the function of definition. In the here just void go to x y, and using this passing this value of parameter of int x and int y. The here I am going to define this value of co $rd code rd code. So make sure that it's semicolon. In the here just I'll define this code dot x equal x, and make sure that it's semicolon. Then you can just define this code dot y equal y, and make sure that it's semicolon. So after that you can define this set console cursor position, set console cursor position. After that you can using this get stand hand like the handle, using this std, and using this output handle. make sure that with semicolon, then using this code. So just run this program. Okay, don't worry about this. After that, here I'm going to using this color for change this color, and using this void set of color int for C word WCOLR color, and make sure that with semicolon. So here just I am going to creating this for the change color, and now I'll just define this void and set color of color adjustment, or set color. This here just I'll define this integer fork C. Now in this here we'll need this handle to get the current background attribute, like that, using this handle. And std out, you can define this like that, std, then out, using this out equal get std, then using this handle, and you will just print this value, then it will be just showing to you automatically in this here. So don't worry about this std, using this output handle. Okay, so that is the very easy. You can just define this std, then output, then it will be just showing to you automatically in this here. Okay guys, so make sure that with semicolon. After that, here we use the CSV for the W attributes words, like that. I am going to using this, check this condition, like that, get console, then we'll just using this screen console screen buffer info. Okay, just hit this enter, then it will be just printed this here automatically. Then after that, you can define this as std out, and using this comma, then you can define this, and this is the CSVI. Why CSVI? We use the CSVI for the W attributes of the word. For that, you can just using this. Okay guys, so after just I am going to check this marks out of all the background attribute and add in the foreground color. Just define this W, then COLR color, and using this CSVI dot W attributes and OXFO. There is the color code. You can just define this. And here you can just ensure that make sure that define with class, then using this FO R for C, and define and using this OX0F. okay guys, and to make sure that with semicolon. After that, here you can just define this set color console, set console text attribute, and using this std out, then make sure that with comma, then using this wcolor color, make sure that with semicolon. After that, here in the here just return this value, return. Just now I'm going to declare the variable of month using this pointer month, and you can just define this array. Okay, and to make sure that using this array and using this second curly braces in the here, I can just define this January, and make sure that with this use this semicolon, and after that you can define this February, and must be using this using this inverted quotation, and you can define this, make sure that with comma. So in the same way you can just define this January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Okay guys, and after that you can define this week, like that Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, as like as in this same way you can using these second curly braces, and using this length of, and you can just define this month, and it will be just week. Okay guys, so hopefully I'll just skip this type in the for the video length. Okay guys, you'll show that exactly here just I declared the value variable here, like that character of month, then January, February, and March, April, and May, June, July, and like that 12 month. After that you will just define this week, like that 7 days of month. In this here just I am going to define this integer main function in the here, integer main function start now, and to define this actually here just I am going to declare the another variable like the integer year month, and make sure that comma, then new year, and make sure that comma, then ch, and make sure that with semicolon. After that you can define this enter year, make sure that with semicolon. In the here just I am going to using this while loop and passing this parameter of 1. You can just print this value printf, and using this like the enter your year and actually month of, just you can define this number, you can define this using this month, and obviously make sure that with colon in the here, and to make sure that into the line make sure that with semicolon. After here just I am going to using this scanf function, and obviously here I'll just define this integer specifier, that is you can just call this double specifier integer specifier, that means I. Okay, so don't worry, you just call this integer of that is a specifier, and to make sure that here using this number of new year. After that using this new line like that and month, and here you can just using this okay, don't need this, make sure that with semicolon. After that here just I'll check this condition when it will be new year, like that new year, then less than 1090 45, that is will be the starting the calendar. Then I'm going to check this if we are less than like that 1090 45, like that year, starting this value, just print this printf using this new line. After that using this new tab, you can use it easily. So please enter year, like year above, and like that 1945 9045, it will be just started this, and make sure that using this new line. And after that you can just interrupt the line, make sure that with semicolon, then you can just check this continue like that, continue, and make sure that with semicolon. After that here you can using this else if condition, like that if like that if year greater than equal to the 90 for this, if year less than, if year greater than the equal of 1945, then you can print this below of calendar and using this new year. And after that you can using this end month, make sure that it's semicolon. So here just I'm going to using this while loop and passing this one, and here you can just define this value of go to xy, and make sure that you can just frame this like that 20 and 20. After that make sure that it's semicolon. In this here just I'm going to using this printf, using this here like that, using the another of and here you can just using this use, and I don't need to this, yes, actually you can use this arrow. Okay, just I'll do this using this below of no, not just using this number of this the star. Okay, that is the fine. Okay guys, so hopefully just using this, use this below for left and right, after that up and down, arrow, that will be just using this for arrow like that arrow. Okay guys, and make sure that with semicolon into the line. After that here you can just define this in the same way like that, year and month, and to go to the print the exist button. So okay guys, you can just print this below like that, use left, right and up down arrow. After that you can just print this below, press P, then to go to the partial year and command. After that you can just using this press escape to exit of this program. Okay, you can just will print this below like that, print it left and right, then you can just using this, use left, right and up and down. Okay guys, hopefully you will better understand with the live example as if we just will getting output from this program. Okay guys, so don't worry about this. Here just I'm going to define this get key for this function. Okay, and you have to better understand in this example of the live, and you can just using this, and here just I'm going to using this switch function, and to make sure that with passing this below like that ch. After that here I'm going to define this cage of 18. Okay, I don't need this here, 18, using this, then using this colon. So that is the just you can using this down arrow for that increasing this month. Just I'm going to using this check this below, and month equal like the is equal to 12, then print this below here like that, jump to the next year, and if the month is December you can just define this, and month equal like that, start will be 1, and new year start this below of new year plus, make sure that with semicolon. After that here just I am going to using this condition of another check for this like that, month will be just plus, after that here just I'm going to using this um, right arrow, like that you can check this calendar. Firstly calendar, then you can define this, call this like below new year, comma, and month, and of month, and to make sure that with semicolon, then just break this function. Okay guys, so hopefully you just better understand this example. For just will anything, will just print this below, like that, use like that left right button and array, then you can just easily print this below of the switch case, and just define this at first below of like the 12 month, and it will be just print this below, and just increment this new year. After that here I'm going to using this like that case of case 70 or 72, as like as you want, you can just call this anything here. For that it will be just up arrow, then here just I'm going to using this decreasing month. For that I'm checking this below of here n month firstly, and is equal to starting from decreasing month will be, it will be just starting this one, and it will be printed of this value jump the next year, exactly jump to the previous year. If month is January, then you can just using this decreasing this value, and it will be just into this month of n month equal 12. Okay guys, so I hope you'll better understand this example. After that here I'm going to check this value else condition the here, like that it will be printed of the n month, and it will be decreasing this month of year in the previous year, and you can just define this calendar. Then after that you can passing this value of new year, and using this n month, make sure that with semicolon, so define this break and make sure that with semicolon. So guys, in this here just I'm going to using this case of 75, and to define this left arrow for the decreasing this year, and checking this value firstly new year exactly is equal to 190.45. it will be just starting this year, and here if year is the 190.45, and we click left arrow, then go to XY and print this value here, like that parameter of 15 and 2, make sure that with semicolon. After that I'm going to print this value here, and using this like that year below like that, below on 90.45, like that 90.45, and not available. Check this it firstly, not available. After make sure that with semicolon. So in this here just I'm going to using this condition here firstly, exactly here just I'll cut it and paste it here, make sure that with semicolon. Okay guys, so hopefully you will better understand in this example. Then here just I'm going to using this else condition, and check this below of decreasing this below new year, and print this calendar below of start will be new year, and using this comma, then after that you can define this n month, make sure that with semicolon into the line here just break this using this break. Okay, after that you can just define this gauge of 27, and to make sure that with here just using this function for escape key, like that esc key, then exist this program. Just you can using this system. Okay, I don't need this. Actually you can just simply type here system, then cls. After that make sure that it's semicolon. So in the here just go to xy and print this value, length of value will be 50, then 141 14. Make sure that it's, so in this here just I'm going to using this print of value and type here existing like that, existing existing program, using this new line. And as like as you want like that number of, print this number of 5 and make sure that it's semicolon. Here just I'll define this exist button of and passing this 0, make sure that it's semicolon. So in the here just I'm going to define this gauge of 120 112 like that, 112. Then after that you can start this for press key and go to the particular year and month, then you can just define this easily. The here at first define this system and using this cls and make sure that with semicolon. Here just using the define this, go to enter and you can define it exactly, enter and don't mistake type here, enter here and make sure that it's semicolon. So after that you can just define this value of exactly using this break condition, break, and after that starting this another value of here and to get return here and return 0 value. Okay guys, okay, so after all you can just define this like that case of 112, then you can just define this press key and go to the particular year and month, then you can just using this and using this break and you can just define this get and return 0. After that here I'm going to starting this value of, at first you can comment this line and to display displaying the calendar. After that here I'm going to using this void display function, display then you can just passing this parameter of integer new year, make sure that with comma, integer and month. After that using this comma and you can just passing this parameter of integer, then after that 2 days, make sure that with comma, then passing this integer of value days, and here you can just define this array and make sure that with using this integer, after that I and j and pose like that positive. Here just using this set color, just define this 12, make sure that with semicolon, that is the color red. Okay guys, so that is very simple. You can just using this go to xy and define this 56 and using this 6, make sure that with semicolon into the line, and here just I am going to using this printf After that you can just type here and using this firstly specifier of string, and you can just specifier of integer. Make sure that the specifier of decimal firstly. Okay guys, integer, that it will be just I. In the previous lecture sometimes I already told you about this. Actually that is the integer, that is the not mistake, but it's really mistake. Okay guys, so don't worry about this, that is the very simple issue. So you can just call this integer, that means you can define this decimal number or integer, that it will be just depend on the different type of topics. So I'll just call this actually in the previous lecture, that is the integer. Okay, when just I'll edit the video, then obviously I will say to it that is the decimal. So don't worry about this, for I don't misguise you. Okay guys, I want to really I didn't misguise this lecture for you. So in this here you can just print this value, and here just using this comma. After that you can define this month, and using this month will be just parameter of dictates this n month, and dictates 1, subtract will be 1, and make sure that it comma, then using this new year. Okay guys, so hopefully you will better understand this example. So that will be just heading year and month, displaying this value in the here. And now just I'm going to using this on condition, and it will be starting with just I equal 0, and to make sure that positive number less than equal of 30, then make sure that with semicolon, then I greater than 7, sorry, I less than 7, that means in the here it will be printed of this like that Sunday, and it will be just I will give this color of here, and here I am going to using this condition and check this value like that I plus, and make sure that with comma, and you can just using this positive like the pose, and to define this post plus. Okay, here is a type of mistake like that, using this plus, and to make sure that with comma, and you can define this pose, and plus equal, it will be just 10. Here just I am going to using this another condition of if, then check this value I is equal to 6, it will be just printed of this like that set color, or you can define this anything in the here, anything, that means it will be just printed of this number of 7 days, and you can just print it of this 7 days color, and you can just set this color, set color will be like that 9, that will be printed of this value Sunday color blue. Okay guys, after that here I'm going to using this, make sure that it's semicolon. So here just I'm going to using this else condition of set color, you can just copy this and paste it here, that is the very easy, and change this value of like that 10, and after that make sure that with semicolon. Okay, others day will be just a color of green, then you can just print this value of go to xy, and print this like that pose, and make sure that with comma, then 8. Here just I'll print this value of using this specifier of like that string, then you can just define this value, that means using this comma firstly, then you can just print this value of week, that means it will be the value of I, and make sure that with semicolon. So in the here just I'll define this value like that set color, define this 15, and it will be just setting the color of white. After that here 2 days plus, and make sure that it's semicolon. So in the here it will be just increment the days by the 1, starting of the 1, then define this value of just change the check this condition of for this days and is equal to 0, then or you can define these 2 days of 2 days like this is equal to 7. Check this value here guys, it will be just a positive number of equal to if today is 0 or 7 position is Sunday, then he can just change this position is 91, make sure that it's semicolon, position is Sunday, then if today is 0 then or 7 position is Sunday, you can just check this if condition here and you can just call this 2 days is equal to 1, then you can just print this value to check this position equal like the 31 and make sure that will be just printed if today is 1 then position is Monday. After that you can change this same way and you can define this 2 days is equal to, then it will be just printed of this value here like that pos 41 equal 41. That means it will be just to if today is 2 position, then is it will be like that is today, and it is showing to you like that is today, Tuesday. Okay guys, sorry, actually here just I'm going to again you can just print this value of number 3, then it is to 2 days 3. If 2 days is 3, then position is Wednesday. Then after you can just similarly you can just print this value of 4, then it will be just position will be 61, then if today is 4 and position is Thursday, you can just same way that define this position. Today is 5, then position is Friday, and you can just today is 6, then position is Saturday, and you can using this another condition. Okay guys, so hopefully just will copy this and paste it here and change this value. You can just simply change this value, then you can defining this actually what is the change of in this here. Just you can change this number of 1, then if today is a 1, then it will be just position will be Monday. Okay guys, so I hope you will better understand in this example. Okay guys, just I did skip this lecture, but just I will explain this every single of line here, just you can be for your better understanding. Actually here just you can setting this color white, and just you can this value of increment this today by 1. After that you can check this value, and if today is 0 or 7, then position is Sunday. You can just define this today is equal to 1, then it will be just today is 1 and position is Monday. You can just that will be just positive. Okay guys, so don't worry about this actually, and I hope you will better understand in this comment. For this comment in the here just I'm going to define this like that. Just now I'm going to check this value of, I'm going to using this 4, then it will be here I equal 0, then that will be starting this, and after that j equal 10, and it will be just using this pause, then make sure that with semicolon in the here, then I it will be just less than days of days. After that you can define this of n month, and it will be just decrease this value of 1, and make sure that here you can define this semicolon, then I plus plus, and you can just using this number of pause and using this pause plus equal 10. Okay guys, it will be the highest number of 10, and make sure that here using this second curly braces, and just I am going to using the check this value like that when pause is equal to 91, you can just print this value of here. Actually change this color to dark to gray for Sunday. You can just define this set color. After that define this value of 8. It will be just changing the color to dark and gray for Sunday. You can define this and make sure that it's semicolon. You can using the else condition the here. After that you can just using this set color, and obviously you can just define this number of 7, make sure that with semicolon. Though those in this here, just changing this color to the white for all days, and print this value of like exactly like that, to go to xy, and just print this value of here using this pose, and make sure that use this comma and j using this into the line, make sure that with semicolon. Here just I'm going to print this print of this value, and now I'm going to check this value, print this value of using this firstly decimal, firstly using this inverted comma, that will be just inverted quotation. Then you can just define this here decimal, then after that you can check this value like that I, then +1, it will be just initializing of this number will be increased in this here. And now this it will be just I'm going to check this value exactly like that, if condition, okay, printf, then if condition, I check this value exactly, pose is equal to 91, and here using this like that, pose is equal to 21, make sure that with semicolon. So that is the moving to position to the Monday, and it will be just increment this value. After that you can, it will just increasing the j by 10, and if position is Sunday, you can just define this value here, and using this set of color here, just you can define this value of 5. It will be just increasing the changing this color, the purple. So that is the main theme. You can just define this different type of color in this here. Actually you can use it changing to the color to purple. After here you can just I'm going to using this exactly for drawing horizontal line. For now I'm using this for condition, another for loop for the condition, and it will be just I equal to 22, and make sure that it's semicolon, then I less than equal like that 122. After that make sure that with semicolon I plus plus, it will just increment this number in below of the here. Just I'm going to using this, go to xy and print this value like that I, then 4. After that make sure that with semicolon, here just I'll print this value of exactly using this character of string, and make sure that with semicolon, and it will be just 196, and make sure that with semicolon. Here just I'll define this same way, just save it, copy this and paste it here, and you can just define this 196, and it will be just, oh no, I can just define this exactly, copy this, go to X and paste it here. In the here just I'll change this value of I and to 1 like that 17, and here just print this value. Okay guys, so hopefully you'll better understand exactly why you'll use it. In the here just to comment this line, then you can just easily understand this code. Okay, I'll just define this here. Here that will be just drawing horizontal line, horizontal line. Okay guys, so hopefully you will better understand in this example. So here just I am going to using this, draw all the corner of this rectangle, and using this, and at first you will just comment this line, then for the better understanding all the corner of the actually rectangle, and using this go to xy and print this 21 into 4. After that make sure that is semicolon, just to print this value, print, and using this like that string, character of string here, character, then you can just print this 218, make sure that with semicolon, and you can just define this in the here, go to xy, and you can just define this value of that 102. Make sure that with 4, make sure that comma, then after using this 4. So every single of line there you can just define this exactly what you want. In the here you can just drawing all the corner from the rectangle. You can just using this equation, continue of the counting the number, you can just define this, go to xy, and using this like that mathematical term here, using this condition of the rectangle, and you can just define this value. After that you can, I'm going to using this another condition in the here, and now just I'll print this value of again. You can firstly I'll just copy it and paste it here, just change this value. For the better understanding, you can just define this value of 21, then just print this value of I, and make sure that you can just print this value of 179. After that here you can just change this value of again I, and print this value of here the 179. Okay guys, so hopefully you'll better understanding for this drawing the vertical line. You can just define this here drawing vertical line. So that is the best way you can just practice this using this comment line, and for the better understanding exactly what do you want in this here, and for what are you doing in this here. Okay guys, so that is the equation. You can just define this for the vertical line. After that here you can just set this like this, set color, and here you can define this equal to 11, then make sure that with semicolon. In the here that will be just changing color to aqua. Okay guys, and drawing left and the right navigation symbol, and can just define this, go to xy and define this value of 24, and using this comma, then 11th, make sure that with semicolon. After that you can just print this value. Okay, just I'll copy this and paste it here. Okay guys, so hopefully you'll better understanding in this here. Actually print this value of string. You can just changing this number here, and actually I'll just copy it and paste it here. And I just change this value of number of 98, and make sure that it will be just 11th, and print this value of the same way. You can just change this value of 75. Okay guys, so in the here so now I'm going to using this another arrow key, that means I'll just define this arrow key in the here. Okay guys, so just I will define this arrow key. For that you can just integer get key, and using this integer of like that define this variable in this here, using this gets function, check this value, and you can just print this 0 and return ch and return ch after that. Okay guys, so that is the very easy. You can just using this arrow key. Just here I am going to using this calculating function of this calendar. So just I'm going to define this value in the here, and check this value. At first I will just define call this void, then define this calendar. Okay, then call this here, just I'm going to using this integer new year. Make sure that using this comma, and after you can just integer and month. of month. Okay, and make sure that here I'm going to use in this second curly braces and to define this integer of like that days. It will be counted from this like that 12 and to count it is in this second curly braces and 31 and passing this like that 28. In the previous lecture I already discussed about this actually what is this functionality in the here. Okay, then in this lecture I will explain it, so don't worry about this. 30 and here 31 and make sure that 31 and make sure that 30. After that define this 31 and make sure that it will be just 30 and print this 31. Here you can just count this value of number of days 12, that means month of the 12. You can just counted these 12 days because it will be just counted of like that. February will be just 28 days in the 1 month, and you can just define this March, that will be counted of the 31 days in the 1 month. You can just define this like the December, it will be just counted of the start ending of the 31, then it will be just printed of this value. So I hope you will better understand in this example. So make sure that with semicolon. So guys, in the here just I will define these 2 days equal 0 starting this value, and here using this like that 0 using this comma, then using this k and using this year, and to make sure that with semicolon. Here just you can define this system and call this actually CLS, and make sure that with semicolon. Here just you will define this MER equal NER minus 1, and that will be actually decreasing this year by the 1. And here I am going to using this actually if condition for this, check this condition of starting below, and here it will be just MER is like that greater than equal start it will be just start this value of 1945, and make sure that here check this value of another condition like that. I'm going to using this, I'm going to using this for loop condition the here, and it will be check this start will be the like that 1945, and make sure that with semicolon. After that k less than equal my year, and it will be just printed of this value k plus plus. The here just I will check this value, and I'm going to using this if condition. You can define this actually if condition like that k using this modulus d modulus 4, it will be just into the division of 4, then you just define this 0, and here just if the year is a leap year, then total is you can just using this total number of days in the 366. so just you can define this 2 days is equal to 2 days. It will just count it of this 366 65 day. Make sure that with semicolon. So in the here just counting all this day of the till new year is the -1, then it will be just printed this value. After that here I'm just checking this new year modulus of 4, then it will be just printed of this every single of year is equal to like that 0 divided by into of this 0, then it will be printed of this days and print this value of 1. Here you can just value this, and it will be just counted of this 28. Here just changing values in the day after year from 28 to, okay guys, it will be just a 20, start from the 29 to 28 since not a leap year. Just here I'm going to using this condition of check this value exactly like that for loop, and using this condition of like that. I'll just copy this and paste it here, and in this here just I'm going to define this value m less than n month 1 using this n of month minus 1. It will be just k plus plus, everything is okay. After that here I'm going to using these 2 days. It will be just 2 days plus days of value using this k, and to make sure that with semicolon. So editing the month 1 days 2 days. Okay guys, so hopefully you will better understand in this example. So after that finding the remainder of the days, so it can be calculate the position of the display. So just you can using these 2 days equal to 2 days using this modulus of 7 days. Okay, for the better understanding, exactly here just finding the remainder of the days, also it can be calculate position the to display. After that here using this display and passing this ny r, and make sure that here you can define this comma, and using this n month, make sure that with comma and using these 2 days. After that you can define these days, make sure that with semicolon. So just passing this value to display in the here and to call this function. Okay guys, so I hope you'll better understand in this example. So successfully we are done this long code with the in this lecture. So thank you guys, thanks for your best exercising and best practices here. So okay guys, I hope you will better understand in this live example. So save it and run it. So boom, so successfully we are done it. Okay, so that is the very actually not very easy to for understanding. It will be just understanding the part by part. So I hope you'll better understand in this example, and obviously if you don't understand then tell me. At first we'll just give this enter year and month like that, year, enter year, just submit this value of 2022 and month of like this 6. Then exactly we will show that that is the printed value, and this is our calendar F design. So that is the very interesting part. Actually you can just print this value off and change this value, and here you will show that this is the button. Use the left, that means using this left you can show that exactly, and you will just show that May. Then you can just using this April, March and February, December 2021. Okay, so that is the very interesting. You can click this here, that it won't work. So guys, at first I'll just explain it, some of the briefly describe, and will show that here. Okay, don't worry about this. Here you can just show that to go to the function of definition, that is the you can define this color of definition in the here. After that you can just using this change color in this here. So that is the color changing here. We will need this handle to get the current background attribute in this here, that is the attribute. Define this. After that you can show that in this here you can just using this character of month and for calculating the week, and here you can just define this value of some of value like that, declare the variable and declare the variable in the here, and you can just passing this like that using this condition in the here, and it will be the starting from this, and you just print this another value in the here like that 90,044, then it won't work in this here. So after that you can define this if a greater than equal to like that, check this value. After that you can just print this using this left right like that exactly here. Okay guys, use left, that means you can in your keyboard you can just using this key here, and you can just show that exactly. You can show that is the changing of live now, live changing here, live changing in this here like that. You can print this like that 2015, you can change this like that under of okay 1999. So that is the very interesting code. Okay, hopefully you will better understand actually use this left right and up and down and arrow. So that is the very interesting in this here. Just you can define this function. After that you can just using this draw down arrow like that. You can using this in your keyboard left right and down arrow, you can just using this code, and that is the very interesting. After that you can just check this value of increasing or decreasing this your calendar here like that. You can just use this after left right and escape exist. After that you can just displaying this calendar, that means you can just definition of the set color, and that is the color code, and you can just define this is the function of the, you can just using this switch case, that is the like this days of 7 days. You can just print this Monday, Sunday or Friday, etc. So after that you can define this of another condition in the here like that, draw the horizontal line. After that you can using this another, and every single line you can just read it the comment line, that I hope you'll better understand in this example. So thank you guys, thanks for watching, see you soon in the next lecture. You can just using this right button, I can show that exactly in the 2026. So that is the hues like the 2023, that means 2023. Okay, after that you'll just print this value of a fresh fee to go to the like that, to go to the particular year and month. Okay guys, you can use it this here fresh fee p, then go to the particular year and month. So I hope you'll better understand in this example. So thank you guys, thanks for watching.